Major General Richard Gyane, Commandant Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, Accra, Ghana, has urged capacity building for women and youths to build their resilience to tackle terrorism. Gyane made the call at the opening ceremony of a mobile training course on women, youths, and violent extremism and terrorism organized by KAIPTC in collaboration with the Norwegian government in Abuja.
As we gather here today, it is clear that VET continues to escalate at an alarming rate in our coastal states of West Africa. This is terrifying for citizens, especially women, youth, and children. Although what we see is just the tip of the iceberg. It is obvious, however, that there is a critical need to build resilience and capacity of women and youth to support the efforts of security practitioners in achieving this unity of purpose. As such, there is a need for partners to remain committed in the fight against VET by building the resilience of the main target groups, that is, women, youth, and vulnerable communities, to begin to prevent and counter the recruitment processes of these VET groups. KAIPTC will continue to collaborate with its key and strategic partners to organize violent extremism and terrorism-related courses, both at the center and our mobile training teams, such as this one, because the fight against VET is not only for security practitioners, but for all of us. It is only through this recognition of unity of purpose that we stand any chance of succeeding. As security responses to this threat ramp up, the ability of governments in the littoral countries to avoid the mistakes of their counterparts in the Sahel, like Mali and Burkina Faso, will be critical.
The training aims at building the capacities of women and youths in Nigeria to be more resilient against the threat of violent extremism and terrorism.
Please know the KAIPTC prefers to teach through collaborative program-based learning methodology, which centers predominantly on peer learning. As such, it is paramount for all of you to share what we know to achieve the objectives of the course.
Dr. Joseph Ochogu, Director General, Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, said the institute was glad to identify with KAIPTC, adding that the strategic course was timely.
The Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution is glad to identify with Kofi Annan Center always on this remarkable convening targeted at building the capacities of women and youth to withstand the challenges posed by violent extremism and terrorism in not only Nigeria, like the Commandant rightly said, our coastal corridor right now under threat, of the push from the Sahel, downward, concerning the issues of violent terrorism. My presence here today to join forces with Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center and the Norwegian government in the swift conduct of this strategic course is a testament of our resolve to achieving a nation and continent devoid of violent extremism and terrorism. It is my earnest belief and the belief of the entire team at IPCR that working together, we can create a safer and more secure future for our nation and the entire West African region as well as the continent of Africa. I have no doubt in my mind that this 5 days training course will achieve its overarching goals of equipping all of us, the participants seated in this place, with the requisite knowledge and skills to combat violent extremism and terrorism, not only in Nigeria, but within the region and in Africa. Additionally, the area of highly experienced resource persons lined up for the course suggests to me the determination of all the stakeholders in stamping out the violent extremism and terrorism in all its forms for stability, regional integration, sustainable development, and global peace.